Hi everybody, so today I have a special guest. I'm very glad that she accepted the invitation, so thank you. So it's Mayara. We are here in LA, near Venice Beach. And today, so you're gonna introduce a little bit your work and yourself.
Yeah, my name is Mayara and Mayara Healing Arts online. So I'm an energy healer, quantum therapist, yoga teacher, and I specialize in sacred sexuality and sexual healing, sexual energy.
Nice.
And
So,
yeah, I love it.
all right. So can you explain a little bit what is it about? What you do in your work when you do the healing? How does it work?
So the energy healing, I first started like young, and I was doing, got introduced to it with Reiki, but then after I took into different paths, and I went to Barbara Brennan School, which is actually, you can actually get a degree, it's like a 40-year program, just deep into energy healing. So the energy healing can be related to many things in our life, into healing things in our body, healing emotional things, mental. But the healing is always about connecting us to our life purpose. So whatever it is that is manifesting, like let's say in your life, or maybe a shoulder, chronic pain, anything, and mental anxiety, depression, is always just showing us that we got a bit out of track, and then the healing is putting us, aligning us again with who we really are. So I do healings for all kinds of things, but sexuality is just being something that I feel like it's one of my main callings to share about. And because we face a lot of distortion, disconnection related to our sexuality, and it's almost like we cannot ignore the aspects of our life. We can focus on finances, we can focus on, many things, our physical healing, but until our sexuality or sexual energy is also in alignment and in balance, we're not going to be fully healed. And yeah, I feel like it's a big missing link now in society, especially when people go into healings and they kind of don't want to look
Put it
into
on the
them.
side, because maybe there's a misconception about it, because we talk about sexual energy, but you're talking a lot about a sacred sexuality. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, so sacred sexuality is, because definitely many societies we have our sexuality is almost suppressed, depending on our society, religion, or sometimes it's just out of control and just out of balance.
Yeah, too free or too open.
Yeah, and all of this can create different blockages and different just issues in our energy alignment. So the sacred sexuality is first realizing the power of our sexual energy, because this energy is not only for having sex or for pleasure. This is our source of creative energy, and that creativity can go into many different ways. Like we all know about, we can create a baby, another human, but this is the creativity that we need to create a life and to create the planets, because we are co-creating our society. So this being balanced is essential. So sacred sexuality also talks about, help us understand the exchange of energy that happens between two people when we engage sexually, because it's one of the main ways that we exchange energy with another. We can exchange energy when we give birth, like a lot of our energy is combined. But now, other than that, and talking about physically in this physical plane, sexuality is a deep way that we exchange energy. So I feel like most people are not aware that they are taking on other people, karma, negative energy, positive as well, but there is a lot of things that we may not want to take that we are taking, and even how we get on the way of people's path when we're not aware. And let's say we're just oh, this person looks hot, looks sexy, so we're not aware of how we can interfere and then creates entanglements, energy entanglements. And also whenever this person is also having relationships with other people, even romantic, but especially sexually, we are also receiving the energy of these other people too. So there is a lot of just mess, big mess. And the thing about the sexual energy is also when this energy is open and balanced, And there's a lot we can do on our own, just like individually as a single human. Like there's a lot that we can open, and we talk about Kundalini because that's the Kundalini is the energy that is most of people is dormant. So we awaken there, but now in sexuality we can really go to the next level in our spiritual experience when the sexuality is in alignment and when it's exchange with someone that we fully love and we are loved, and that's the meaning of realizing sacred. So when it's done with that purpose of spiritual awakening, we can really open up to a lot more than just this physical reality through sexuality. So pretty much if we misuse it, it can take, let's say if we put it in a linear way, it can take us down, like in our spiritual awareness, or when it's used with awareness and knowledge and respect and love with that person that we can go deep with, it takes us higher. Because that's the thing too, just loving someone is not enough. Like, is that person, is reciprocated, is this person ready, are they willing,
So yeah, it's very interesting. What you're saying is like, it's not only the act or the fact that you love someone, but it's also about like interacting with the energy of someone else and how it can bring you to the next level.
Yeah, and how it can also deviate us from this path too, because it can be a big distraction in people's life. and distraction is to say the least, because there is a lot of, like, I would say, negative energy that we can be either receiving or feeding. Not even that you may be an amazing person, don't even, like, let's say you may, let's say, know this amazing woman, and you're like, she's amazing, she's spiritual, she's beautiful, but it's also like, what's the energy that you are feeding? Like, some people, they may just feeding their lustful energy, their sexuality or their animal primitive instincts are guiding them in life, and so they see anyone that they find sexy, attractive, beautiful, and so, but that's related to how lust is driving their life. And our instincts is not that we have to kill our instincts, but it's about integrating with our divinity and our higher self. And most of the population now that we see, just like out there in the mainstream, especially in just regular societies that we have nowadays, people are just really using their lower 3 chakras, and it's all related to physical energy, to pleasure, to how can I feel good, and that can be related to foods, money, sex, and safety. But now it's connecting the higher aspects. That is also the energy of our crown chakra, our third eye, our throat, our hearts.
To connect that. Let it flow,
and the heart is where people get stuck, because of traumas with parents, society, relationship, people kind of close their hearts, and that's the bridge, between our physicality and our spirituality, and which is who we are. And if we live only through these aspects, ignoring all the energy and spirituality, and we are ignoring such a big part of who we are.
Nice. So Mayara, if we want to know more about your work, or maybe like you're doing also, I know you're doing some workshops, some sessions, you organize some journey in Peru. So it's a big thing. So tell a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so you can find me on Mayara Healing Arts. Mayara is M-A-Y-A, Healing Arts.
We're gonna write it.
You're gonna write it, make it easier. So that's my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and my website, mayarahealingarts.com. And if you're interested in booking sessions with me, those can be long distance. I do video sessions, and I do all the energy work long distance too. So it's the same thing, or in person in LA. That's what I work now. Sometimes I'll have workshops and things like that, so I'll share, like if you follow me, I'm always sharing. And I do a Journey to Peru retreats, that's when we go to the jungle and we work with plant medicines. In the case, we do ayahuasca ceremonies, and there are other plant medicines that people are, that is available if people want to try, but we really do ayahuasca with the shamans there. That is our family. It's like 3 shamans, the shaman, his brother and wife, and it's a beautiful place. Even like we have no internet service there, no phone service, so we really just enjoying nature,
Yeah.
and it's true we can go out in society, like not during the retreats, but if it needs to be. But usually we choose to just be there in the beautiful space. So.
Yeah, I've seen like
Yeah.
the video, you can check it's in the middle of the jungle, so if you feel the connection or it resonates with you,
Yeah.
please check the Instagram, the page, like the website, and you can maybe book the trip.
Yeah, because the healing, I always say we have so many tools for our healing. So plant medicine and ayahuasca is one of these tools. So that's when we say, like, if you feel the call, then we say answer the call. Because it's not for everyone. You may have other modalities, but if you feel the call, answer the call.
So Mayara, thank you,
thank you
for
too,
the
Siam.
interview, and make sure you're gonna check, you subscribe, go to check like the webpage, because it's amazing work, and I'm very glad that I met you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And thanks for
Thank
opening
you.
this space for us to share.
problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, and bye, and see you in the
Thank
next
you.
video.